Yeah. Right. James is good at the Pokemons. So, James, choice of decks. We've got Arceus Inteleon, Dialga V-Star Zacian V, Kyurem Palkia, Lost Dialga, Zappy Boy, or Leafeon VMAX. Of all of those choices, I'm trying to play Arceus Inteleon, Kyurem Palkia, Lost Dialga. And Poo Poo PP Losty Wasty is also a deck choice. Poo Poo PP Losty Wasty. Why do you hate Poo Poo PP Losty Wasty? Because I don't like the deck, but I had to join them. I'm gonna change it to Losty Wasty. Losty Wasty. There we go. I just don't understand why my girlfriend constantly has the ick. What? Right, actually, while I'm here, I'm just going to knock down a couple of these favorites. Because Leafeon, as much as I love Leafeon, that can't really be a favorite anymore. We'll drop Dialga. Yeah, that's fine. Roll a dice for it. Okay, hang on. So what decks do we want? We got 4 that I'd like to play. Okay, do I have a dice nearby? I've got a D9. That doesn't really... Losty Wasty, Crap Crap Piss Piss. Okay, have a look. Arceus Inteleon, Kyurem Palkia, Lost Dialga. Yeah, not just like show my favorites. Hang on, let me just fix something real quick. So, Zappy Boy's fine. Did I not put Losty Wasty as a... Oh, I didn't put Losty Wasty as a favorite, that's why. Okay, so those 5 were our choice. We'll go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, I'm going to need a confirmation on the dice roll. 5, so that's Zappy Boy. Okay. The best of 3, me versus James. Let's see how this goes. It's just confirmation, I haven't moved it. That's a 5. Not the deck I wanted to practice with, but here we are. Fun thing is... then I let it go again. The fun thing is, this deck actually like featured in the regionals at the weekend. And didn't do awfully. Yeah, we'll go first. So this deck is based around doing bench damage, which is one of my top 10 favorite things to do. Also, this is probably my ideal start, which is nice. Now, have I started off in a way that I should have? Let's find out. But this is what I would describe as bangerang. Oh, James. Oh no. Okie dokie, we'll path it. We'll not worry about that right now, and we will go. I believe in you, promise. Oh, the chat bad's calling me out for the prediction. I believe in you, promise. I don't feel like you do. It's fine, you know. I don't need the fate of the world. I don't need the confirmation of the planet. I'm good. I'm balling. Hides. Yeah, you better do. Spacious Bucket. I don't know what deck James is playing, by the way. Also, I can't see his hand where theoretically he could see mine. So we're playing honor rules here. This also could be like a very hilarious turn 2 win. We will see. We will see. So, the idea of this deck, Joe and anybody else who wants to know, Jolteon has an attack that does only 100 damage to the active Pokemon, but it also does 100 damage to any Pokemon on the bench that has a damage counter of it, of your choice. So, for example, if I do like 10 damage to this Horsey, and then hit it with Max Thunder Rumble, that's going to get hit for, well, 200 because of weakness, and 100 over here, knocking them both out at the same time. And I imagine James is now listening to that going, shit, I need something else on the bench. Yeah, most likely fucked. Yeah, you didn't pick a good deck for this one. You shouldn't have left it to random roll. Streamer, how can someone pick when it was a random roll? By letting me have that option, you have indirectly made the choice. Inaction is just as dangerous as action sometimes. So, let me show you exactly how this is going to go. Actually, this only works if I can find something. Let me just make sure I've got that before I start getting my smart deck on. Actually, there's 2 ways I can do this. Scoop will do. What is the winning contingency? Like, I don't see life points. So, the prize cards here, your prize cards and opponent's prize cards are there. Every time you take a knockout, depending on the Pokemon you knock out, you take X number of prize cards. The condition is you either leave them with no active Pokemon, or you take all of your prize cards. So I'm literally going to knock out both of his Pokemon right here. I hate saying that with like as much confidence as I do, because it just sounds mean, but like, you know, the choice was made. So that's now evolved to Jolteon VMAX, Max Thunder Rumble. This attack also does 100 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. As you can see, Horsey doesn't have any damage counters on it at the moment. Galarian Zigzagoon has an ability. When you play it onto the bench, you may put 1 damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon. So the prize card special anyway. No, they are 6 cards off the top of your deck once you've got your setup done. So they're your cards still. And the idea is you try and find them. So Zigzagoon does 1 damage to Horsey. We then scoop up Net Drizzle to return into our hand. We move Jolteon up. And then we use Max Thunder Rumble for 200 on Starmie and knockout on Horsey for the win. $310 damage? Oh yeah, okay. I'm trying to work out how I did 310 damage then. GG. I'm sorry, but that was so brutal. It was like the perfect start for me. That looked OP. It only looked OP because James is running a water Pokemon, which has a weakness to electric. If it just did the straight 100 damage, Starmie would have survived. And then it could have returned some damage, or, you know, a new setup could have been done. But, yeah. It's a really fun deck. It's one of my absolute favorites. Like, it doesn't do much direct damage. The whole idea is that you just bully the shit out of their bench. And the deck has so many ways to do damage to the back bench, which is nice. So weakness is still a thing. Yes, yes. James, you lost. Do you want to go first or second if I win? So this game's going to be a little bit slower, obviously, because James and I need to kind of communicate between ourselves. Do you want first or second? Because obviously, you know, you lost. We're trying to replicate. I'll go first. Okay, would I like to go first? No. That's a start. It's not a great one. It'll be a start though. But yeah, I'm quite happy to like talk through my entire like process, Joe, if that like helps. I'm just, you know, gonna do it by default a little bit anyway. But yeah, this is one of those games where I can just be completely silent. I try to talk about it because that's what you kind of need to do. Do you want to go first or second because you know your shit? That's not what I said. Sorry you're bad, by the way. Sorry you're bad. What's it like being awful at the game? I mean, literally, when you lose, like, the first game of a best of 3, you coin flip. Whoever calls the right one gets the option of first or second. Depending on what deck you play, what your opponent's playing, there can be advantages to taking first or second. But then if you lose a game, you then decide just by default first or second, because ideally you're going to set it up for you to have a return win, if that makes sense. Okay, so we'll quick ball away. I don't think you're running anything that's special energy, so we'll get rid of Fan of Waves and get the Sobel. We love a Sob. We're Sobel up, and then we like Tamani. Marnie, you shuffle your hand, put it at the bottom of your deck. The player takes 5, and the opponent takes 4 cards off the top. We love this. No energy, but, you know, it's something. And we'll retreat into the Sobble just to keep ourselves a little bit protected. Thank F for that. I don't think I could have done much damage to you anyway. Yeah, I could have done 40 damage to your Thunder Spear, which wouldn't have knocked you out. Would have been beneficial, like, but yeah, I'll try and keep up, but I have no idea what the cards are. Don't feel like you need to explain anything. Like I said, when you actually play a game, it's kind of expected that you kind of like show you're working out, for want of a better phrase. Like you say, oh, I'm gonna play this card and get this card, and like it helps to talk about it. You are supposed to do that in like a tournament fashion, and we do that like Pokemon nights too. You know, it's important to explain to your opponent what you're doing. Otherwise, you know, pandemonium. Not the game from 2000, no, 99? Probably 99, right? No game. Pandemonium is an old-ass game. Can you not reverse thrust me? Thank you. Oh, I didn't know it did that. Well, that's kind of dangerous. All right. Okay, we'll do this then. We'll do this. Would I like to look for a trainer card? Yeah, so Shady Dealings, when you evolve into Drizzle, lets you look for a Pokemon card. So that is what we're going to do here. We're going to energy search. We're going to find ourselves an electric energy. It's called Bumbash, pretty much. Yeah. We're going to scoop up Net the Drizz. Or... Yeah, we'll put Jolteon up for now. We'll play Sobble back down. We'll get Drizzle. Yes. And then we want a Professor's Research off this. I think that's a bit more of a gamble play, but yeah, that's fine. We'll knock on the door of the Bidoof. Play the Professor's Research. Discard your hand, draw 7. Obviously, we can't discard a hand, we had no hand. But that's the idea behind it. We play that. We can't play the Speed Energy, which is upsetting. But we can now scoop up the Drizzle. And get ourselves Sobble back down and play Drizzle down once again, because we've got another Sobble that hasn't evolved. Use Shady Dealings to find a Elemental Badge. Elemental Badge knocks down the cost of our attacks on Jolteon. If the Pokemon V this card is attached to has Vaporeon, Jolteon, or Flareon in its name, its attacks cost 1 colorless less. Max Thunder Rumble costs 1 electric energy, 1 colorless energy. That reduced it down to 1 electric, which we currently have. Then... Can't evolve that anyway, so let's not bother wasting Level Ball. We go ahead and Max Thunder Rumble to knock out Starmie and Bidoof. Content for Liam's only fans. Y'all wish. Y'all wish. What? James, this was like probably the worst deck you could have come up against, right? This is like literally the worst deck you could have played. I wish this deck was like as like consistently good in the current meta as it is right this second. Also, it beat Murdo's like deck that came like 50th or something in Team Challenge, so it's a pretty good deck still. In December, there's a new set coming out which kind of changes up how you'd want to play this deck. Like it adds a few cards that you don't currently play. I'm really looking forward to trying that out. I think that's going to be such a good game. Such a good thing to play. Alright, now we do the Killing Blow. So we use Level Ball to find a Drizzle. We evolve a Sobble into a Drizzle that allows us to look for a Trainer card. Our Trainer card will be Evolution Incense. Search your deck for an Evolution Pokemon, then put it in your hand. Evolution Incense into Quick Shooting Inteleon. Evolve Drizzle into Quick Shooting Inteleon. Quick Shooting on the Horsey over here so we can actually do damage to it. Then Max Thunder Rumble for double knockout. With no weakness modifier, no effing way I could win this. There we go. It's just like that. Right, James, would you like to pick a deck this time? I can show you what each of them are if it helps. All right, I'll pay out the prediction on that one. We'll just a win. Thank you very much, people who believed. I don't think my Shiftry deck has any direct weakness. Okay, do you want to test that against the next deck that I want to play? Does that make sense? So I need to learn a new deck at the moment.